Hello, this is Annalisa from Faith's Dream Create, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have another Recycle With Me project, and I'm very excited about this one. So here are some spray bottles, and they are very colorful and fun, and I'm going to talk about them in a little bit. These spray bottles came from Dollarama, which is a Canadian dollar store, and they were only $1.25, so a great deal. And as you can see, there is some markers in here. So these were dried up markers. We had a big bin of markers, and sometimes my kids do not put the caps back on and they just get missed and we forget to go check that. So these were dried out, and instead of throwing them away, I wanted to come up with a solution to get more use out of these markers. So I went ahead and put a bunch of the different colors into the bottle and filled it with water, and I let them sit for a little while just to make sure that the color was soaked in to the water and that it was pulling all of that ink that was somewhere in that marker into the water so that I could create with this. So I'm going to go ahead and create a bunch of card bases for future projects, and you might see these card bases come up in future videos as I create my cards. So I just went ahead and sprayed it on gently, and I found that as you sprayed with different pressures that you got different results. And then the key to getting these backgrounds to work properly and look good was definitely a heat tool and drying it in between, because there's so much water. You definitely want to be drying. And I was also trying to get results with just tapping it off with a paper towel, but the color was just not staying at first. So it's definitely trial and error, and I was only using heavyweight cardstock. I was not using watercolor paper, but that would definitely work better. But the more I experimented and the more I just played around with the spray bottles and the heat tool, I just finally was starting to get better results, and it was really fun process, just dabbing it off and heating it up and just seeing the results. It's definitely better to try and get less water on there, and like I said, definitely drying in between. It just really helps bring in that finished look and give you the textured, marbleized look, and just working on it slowly. So patience is definitely key in this process, just layering on the color and the water and drying in between to get the colors and the layers that you want in the background. So since I only used heavyweight cardstock, there was definitely warpage, and even if you used watercolor paper, I feel like there would be warping because of just all that water going on there. So you definitely want to flatten these out, and I ended up putting mine under the Silhouette Cameo machine to flatten it out. You could use heavy books or whatever else works, but that is something to think about as well. And I did try this on canvas. The canvas really did soak up that water, but just using the heat tool again with that process, you can get results as long as you're patient with it. And this would be a great project for kids to just spray the water on a poster board or a canvas or paper. Definitely maybe help them with the heat tool if you're going to use that, because it is warm and you don't want them to get hurt. But so this is a parent and kid project if you were to do it with your kids. But yeah, very fun to do and a great way to use any markers that you might have on hand from your collection or from your kids' collection before you just throw them in the garbage. And I'm not sure if you could take them out and reuse them on paper after doing this as well. I have not tried that. So as you can see, if I put less water on, you're going to get that color to dry faster and better. Now this is totally sped up. If I had not sped this up, then this would have been a very long video because this did take quite some time, but I found it very fun and a great way to use something. And I just have these sitting in my craft room on my IKEA cart now, and they're ready to go if I want to make more backgrounds like this or come up with some fun other ideas to create with this. And I just love the colors that come out as you add different colors together, and just the way it looks as it dries is just so fun. And that is going to finish up my experimenting and spraying of backgrounds and card bases for you today. And I hope you liked this process, and maybe you can find some markers that are no longer working for you, or maybe highlighters or something in your stash when you're going through or organizing, and maybe you can come up with some cool backgrounds yourself by doing this process. And then here will be some still photos of the backgrounds that I ended up creating. And I kept creating. It was just so fun to create these backgrounds and add the color and see what results I could come up with. I promise it is almost over. I just wanted to show you so many different options and just how it could turn out. And then here are the different backgrounds that I came up with. So fun. And that is going to finish up this video. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.